Şerik şerik yenten Şeyin rikbi yenten
Dajin lok chu tulu Meta me binurbu Shirik yenten ino Dajin lok chu tulu Meta me binurbu Shirik yenten ino
Kuzuzangpola to all the listeners across the country. I am Nobuzam from Kurtang Middle Secondary School. This radio program is to reach to all the children across the nation. This lesson is for Class 2 Mathematics on the topic 3D shapes. Children, I hope you have your self-instructional material and your pencil ready. Let us start the lesson then. Alright, you have learned about 2D shapes, the two-dimensional shapes, in earlier lesson, right? Let us quickly recall what a 2D shape is. A 2D shape is a flat two-dimensional shape, isn't it? And what are those two dimensions? They are the length and the width, right? In today's lesson, we will be learning about 3D shapes. You had already learned about some 3D shapes in class 1, right? Now, what are 3D shapes? Let us recall what you had learned. 3D shapes are three-dimensional shapes that occupy space. The three dimensions are the length, the width, and the height. To help you understand better, there is an example given below. Look at the picture. That shape is a 3D shape, a three-dimensional shape. What is the name of that shape? Look carefully. It is written on the shape. Can you read it? It is a rectangular prism. The three dimensions, the length, the width, and the height, are labeled on the picture. Can you see? Now, we can describe 3D shapes based on their attributes such as the faces, the edges, and the corners. Look at the second picture. It is the same shape as the above, right? Here, the three attributes are labeled for you. Look below the shape. It says face. See where the arrow points. Okay, a face is a flat surface of a 3D shape. What shape is the face of this rectangular prism? Well, it is a rectangular face, right? Can you see that? And it says this shape has 6 faces. A rectangular prism has 6 faces. Now look at the right side of the picture. We have the edge. E-D-G-E, edge. What is an edge? See where the arrow points. It is pointing at the straight line where the two rectangular faces meet, right? That straight line is the edge. Now look at the left side of the picture. It says corner or vertex. See where the arrow points. Did you notice? Okay. For 2D shapes, we call it a corner, right? For 3D shapes, we can call it as a vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X, vertex. if there is just one, we call it a vertex. But if there are more than two, we call it vertices. This shape has 8 corners or 8 vertices. Okay? Now once again, the 3 attributes of a 3D shape are the face, the edge, and the corner or vertex. Now let us look at the next page. 3D shapes are sorted as prisms and pyramids. Once more, prisms and pyramids. First, let us learn about prisms. Prisms are 3D shapes that have 2 identical bases which are not circles. Look at the example given below. Do you see 2 curved arrows pointing at the 2 bases? Look at the shape of the bases. Are they circles? No, right? They are rectangles. Now, prisms are named according to their bases. If you look at the shape in the example, this shape has rectangular bases, right? So, the name of this shape is rectangular prism. Once again, the name of this shape is rectangular prism because it has rectangular bases. Next, let us learn about pyramids. Say after me. Pyramids. Pyramids. Pyramids are 3D shapes that have only one base, which is not a circle. It also has an apex. Look at the example given below. Do you see an arrow pointing at the bottom of the shape? That is the base of that 3D shape. Is the base a circle? No, right? It is a rectangle. Now, do you see an arrow pointing at the top of the shape? The top vertex is called an apex. A-P-E-X, apex. Like prisms, pyramids are also named according to their bases. This shape has a rectangular base, so it is called a rectangular pyramid. Now, let us look at a different shape. It is called a cylinder. Once more, a cylinder. A cylinder is a 3D shape that has 2 identical circular bases. What is identical? Identical means same. Look at the picture given below. The shape has 2 circles as its bases, right? One on the top and one at the bottom. It might look like a prism, but remember that it is not a prism. A prism does not have circular bases. Okay? This is a cylinder. Lastly, let us look at a shape called a cone. Once more, a cone. A cone is a 3D shape that has only one circular base and an apex. Look at the picture given below. It has only one base, and the shape of the base is a circle. There is a sharp point at the top. That is the vertex. It is called the apex. Now, this shape might look like a pyramid, but it is not a pyramid. It might also look like a cylinder, but it is not a cylinder. A cylinder has two circular bases, but a cone has only one circular base. A cylinder does not have an apex. A cone has an apex. Did you see the difference? Okay, now that we have learned about 3D shapes, let us try activity 1. The instruction says, read the description of each shape and name them. The first one is done for you. Now, on the left column, the picture of the shape is given, and on the right, the description is given. Let us look at A first to understand what we have to do. Can you see the picture of the shape? Now, let us read the description. It says, I have 2 hexagonal bases. What shape am I? On the second page of this lesson, we read that shapes with 2 bases that are not circular are called prisms, right? And prisms are named according to their bases. This shape has 2 bases, so it is a prism. The shape of the bases is hexagon. So this shape is called as hexagonal prism. Once more, this shape is called as hexagonal prism. Why hexagonal prism? The base is hexagon and there are 2 bases, so it is a prism. That's why this shape is called a hexagonal prism. So did you understand how to figure out the name of a 3D shape? Now try to name the 3D shape given in B. Look at the picture. Then read the description. It says, I have 1 hexagonal base and an apex. What shape am I? This shape has only 1 base. So is it a prism or a pyramid? The base is hexagonal. So the name of the shape should be... Think carefully. If you need help, go back to the second page of this lesson and see the notes once again. Now, try to name the 3D shape given in C. Look at the picture. The description says, I have 2 triangular bases. What shape am I? This shape has 2 bases. So, is it a prism or a pyramid? The bases are triangular. So, the name of the shape should be... Think carefully. Now try to name the 3D shape in D. Look at the picture again. The description says, I have 1 triangular base and an apex. What shape am I? Now this shape has only 1 base. Is it a prism or a pyramid? The base is triangular. So, what is the name of this shape? If you need help, once again, go back to the second page of this lesson and see the notes. You can also look at A, the example that has been done for you. It might help you. Alright then, let us move on to activity number 2. The instruction says, write if each of the sentences given below are true or false. The first one is done for you. If the given sentences are correct, you write true. T-R-U-E, true. And if the sentences are wrong, then you have to write false. F-A-L-S-E, false. So let us read the sentences. A first. A triangular prism has 5 faces. Now, a triangular prism has 2 triangular faces and 3 rectangular faces. So, in total, it has 5 faces. The sentence is correct. So, we write true beside the sentence. Now look at B. The sentence says, a cone has 2 circular bases. Does a cone have 2 circular bases? Is this sentence correct? If it is correct, write true. If it is wrong, write false beside the sentence. Next, let us look at C. A cylinder has 2 circular bases. Is this sentence correct? What should we write? True or false? Think carefully and write the answer on the line beside the sentence. If you need help, you can look at the pictures of cone and cylinder given on the second page of this lesson. Alright children, in today's lesson, we have recalled some 3D shapes that we had learned in class 1, right? Then we have learned about the 3 attributes of 3D shapes: the face, the edge, and the vertex. We have also learned about prisms and pyramids. Then, lastly, we learned how to name prisms or pyramids according to the bases they have, right? And to check if you have understood the lesson, you have to answer the questions under self-check for learning. There are 2 questions under this. The first question is, name the shape given below. Look at the bases and figure out the name of the given shape. The second question is, how many edges and how many corners does the shape given above have? There is a picture of the shape given in the first question, right? So you have to look at that picture, that shape, and try to figure out the number of edges and corners of the shape. Try it on your own, okay? I am sure you will be able to answer all the questions correctly. And to check your answers, please look at the answer box at the end of this lesson. By now, you all know very well that you have to turn the page upside down to see the answers, right? So children, that brings us to the end of today's lesson. We will continue in the next lesson. Till then, stay safe, stay clean, and keep washing your hands. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Şerik şerik yenden Şeyin rikbi yenden
Dajin lop tru tulu Meta me binorbu Shirik yenten ino Dajin lop tru tulu